Scholar, leader, athlete, gentleman. These are the values I hear as I'm sitting down, getting interviewed to start up a new fraternity. My brain lights up. This is going to be amazing. This is everything I'm looking for. I get to be on self-improvement and I get to do it amongst guys around me. I even get to call them brothers. And we're going to build together and focus on these four values: scholar, leader, athlete, gentleman. And as we start to build up our fraternity, I noticed that it isn't everything that I had imagined it to be. Guys vaping, junk food, casual sex, all these different things that kind of surround college culture. But I felt were kind of amplified in this fraternity. And I thought to myself, if we're athletes, why are we eating junk food? If we're all of these values, then why is there not more of an emphasis on our health, on taking care of ourselves, and all of this other stuff? I start to get the thoughts that maybe it's time to move on. I don't know if this is right for me, but I stay. I continue doing it for a year and a half. And there was a lot of good moments, but there was a lot of moments that I was not very fond of. One of these moments occurred when we were out to dinner, we were eating. We get to talking, and eventually we start to talk about growth and hard work. And I bring up the concept that the work, your business, should be the fun. Your craft, that should be the fun, And I just get mocked. I just get laughed at. Oh, what is he talking about, bro? Just shut off. And then our conversation continues to be some retarded ass conversation. I just felt I felt alone in that moment. I felt like these were my brothers, but I just felt alone. I couldn't relate. And over time, this built up until I finally made the decision that this wasn't the right thing for me to be a part of. If these guys didn't want to share the same values as me, that's fine. I can't control other people. I can't change other people. But you know what? Then I'll just leave and I'll find someone who does. I'll find other people. Flash forward to now. It's almost a year later, and I've been alone still. Until one day I'm with my friend, and we're just eating. It's one of my old brothers. And this guy comes out of nowhere. He knows him. They say, "What's up?" I get to meet him. And eventually, he starts to talk about his business, his focus, his craft. He follows the same creator as me. He takes his advice. And I'm so taken aback by this because I had never met another person with this interest. And this helps me to realize that there was people out here like this who did exist. I just wasn't trying hard enough. For example, in the gym, at this point in college, I had made so many, connections with people, just saying what's up to them all the time. But I still felt like that gym hoodie guy. I still felt like I hadn't taken that next step into really creating meaningful relationships with people. It was very shallow. And for some reason, I was just alone for so long, going through the motions, going to the gym, go to class, and then sit in my room. Inside, I knew what I needed to do. I just didn't do anything. I sat around and I waited. I waited for these fun people I knew to invite me to something. I didn't take the action I needed to take. For some reason, I just kept sitting around and hoping that one day something would happen and it would create this spark, this ripple effect that would just be amazing transformation for my social life. But this day did not come. It never came. Now I realize that what I was missing out on, the thing I wasn't doing, was being the fun guy who creates the fun, who invites others to the fun. That was the step I needed to take. But I wasn't there yet. I just wasn't doing it. But now I'm taking the steps. I'm taking the steps. I'm putting in the effort to improve my life even more, so I can set up these fun events and invite other people to the fun, and they will want to come to the fun. I'm providing value. They want to be a part of that. That's who I need to step into. That's who I need to become. And so my friend gives me the idea to do a weekly run. And we both invite 10 people each. So there's going to be a total of 20 people coming to this run. At first, I felt a lot of anxiety. I felt kind of anxious to do this, most people don't want to run, whatever, all these just thoughts. But, me facing the fear of rejection is much better than me continuing to face the fear of loneliness for this greater cause of building a brotherhood of guys who have the same interests as me, who think similarly to me. That's what I wanted to create. I wanted to build these relationships with other guys. So one by one, I invite a total of 10 people. And it was hard, but I did it, and I felt good about it. I felt good that I took that next step. So the day rolls around, and I'm driving there. I'm a little nervous. And I finally get there, and it's me and my buddy, and no one else showed up. It was just us two. Everyone else had canceled. This left me feeling defeated, but also happy at the same time. I was defeated that no one showed up, but I was also happy that I took this step forward. And now that I did it for the first time, I can do it again the next week, and the next week, and the next week. And I'm going to build off of that to make this goal in my mind come true. Where we can do fun, I can plan fun things all the time, whether it's sports, whether it's, who knows what it is. That's the uncertainty of life, man. That's the uncertainty of life. And I want to embrace that uncertainty. Face that uncomfortableness of taking that first step, taking that first leap. Because who knows? Maybe this other person was like, wow, this guy's really cool. We should hang out sometime. Maybe he's thinking that. He just never invited. Who knows? Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to stop waiting around, man. And so with that, thank you for joining me, man. I'll see you for day 2.